put the flour and... What are you doing?
I'll make you something special. Take those.
What is that?
So it could be younger.
Wait.
So it could be younger. Take all
It
these.
smells good. What is it?
It's a mixture. It's rice.
You know my camera's going, right? So it's rice.
Rice.
Did you cook the rice?
You cook the rice about 3 minutes.
Uh-huh.
Pour the water off.
Uh-huh.
And
Then you use the rice too? Would you throw away the water?
you don't throw away water.
Uh-huh.
What you do, you smash the rice. You put it into like a gel, and you put honey,
Mm-hmm.
and you put milk,
Mm-hmm.
and it's some China jar.
Condensed milk?
No,
Regular milk?
regular milk.
So then you put it as a mask?
Put it as a mask. It's like for what the Japanese woman used to use. Not used to use that they use.
Okay, what is this for?
So you could take all the wrinkles off your face, like over there. And,
Don't put that.
see, like you're getting old.
It's just for wrinkles?
Yeah, take out your hair, you're getting old.
No, it's not for dark spots?
Yeah, it's a little bit for dark, but mostly for wrinkles and tighten your skin.
But do you have one that you found for me for dark spots?
Yeah, I got one, but this one can help you. Get tired a little bit.
Not now when the show's over. He always
They
comes.
say it works.
You guys, he
So
always
I get up this morning and I put it together. It looks good, so you could try it this evening and see how it happens.
Well, don't leave it. I'm getting ready to do a show, and I invited Jada to be a guest on the show today. But guess what? She broke her ankle, so she got out of this one for free. So it's Joe's birthday today. He is 59 years
Whoa.
young.
Don't tell people how old I am. You're not supposed
But you're beautiful because of all
You're
these
not supposed to do
concoctions.
things like that.
Okay, I thought it was only a woman thing. That's an American thing. But these young people don't care if you know their
Okay,
age.
then-
You can ask me my
Hey,
age
people,
any day.
Once you live, you gotta get old, so don't worry about it.
But seriously, he told me he found one that's for dark spots, and I have those old people dark spots that's coming on. It's not from the sun because I stay out of the sun. And he says he's gonna make it for me. It's all natural. I'm gonna use it for like a month, and then I'm gonna do a review on it to see if it really works. But today it's his birthday cake. Joe's favorite cake is anything that has lemon in it. Lemon pound cake, lemon chiffon cake, lemon cupcakes, lemon. So see, we have the legit lemons that he went to go buy for me. 99 cents for 3 lemons. I'm seriously gonna have to grow a tree. So let's start off first of all. You gonna hang with me, or you want me to do this all by myself, or you gonna hang with me?
Nah, leave you alone.
Okay, so you'll come back at the end and taste your cake though, right?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Bye-bye,
All right.
people.
Ready? All right, come on. Josh, move on in here, my love. See, it says it right here, self-rising flour. And self-rising flour is the kind that has some baking powder and salt in it already. You're supposed to add an extra half a teaspoon of salt to this, but because I'm using salted butter, because I never have unsalted butter here, I'm not gonna add that extra salt, okay? But you do it if you're using unsalted butter. So we're gonna need a cup of butter, 2 cups of sugar, and look, this is a 2-cup measurement. I'm so tickled with this set that my friend Lisa gave me. 4 eggs. This is a teaspoon of vanilla, and I have the imitation stuff because I can't afford the real thing yet. 3 lemons, because we're going to need the zest from the lemons. We're going to need 2 tablespoons of zest. And I think, I forget the measurement for the juice, but I'll show you. I think it's 2.5 tablespoons of the lemon juice. This is a cup of milk. Don't you like this? I got some flowers in this at a baby shower that I attended, and I took it out quickly and washed it, and I saved it for the milk because I think it's so gorgeous. You're going to need your grater to get the zest. And goodness, I think that's it. I found these are the smaller pans out of the 3 set of these easy release pans that are greased and floured. That's Joe's thing over there. Don't show that. We're gonna need a saver strainer to sift the flour. Look at this thing right here, guys. This company had sent this to me to see if I wanted to buy this from them to resell, and I would have my logo here, the Bear Pantry Show logo, and I didn't even look at it to see what it was. They don't want me to review it. They just want me to buy it from them and resell it. Tell me what you guys think. See the measurement here? It's all tablespoons and cups on this side. So up here it's a tablespoon to 3 tablespoons. Then it's up to 1/4 of a cup, 1/3 of a cup, 1/2 of a cup. Well, let me turn it that way for Josh. And then you would move this accordingly to get your measurement correct. And then look at, oh, Lord have mercy, I'm breaking it up already. Maybe that's why I didn't look into it. All right, so look at this end now. We have teaspoons. On this end, it's 1/4, 1/2, 3/4, 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5, 3 teaspoons. Isn't that amazing? I like this. What do you guys think about this? You know, as a measuring thing where you have everything in one. You don't have to have all the whole set of this, you know, and whatever. So just tell me what you think. But for right now, we're just gonna start right here by first of all Putting the butter and the sugar in this beautiful bowl that I have. And let me tell you guys something. If you want to love cooking, get stuff that's beautiful to cook with. You know, get little spatulas and, you know, or big ones or anything that gives you joy. This is just to juice the lemon. And let me check really quickly to tell you how much of the lemon juice we're gonna need, okay? Hang on. All right, guys, I checked, and it's 2.5 tablespoons of the lemon juice that we're gonna need to go inside the cake. But we're also gonna need 1.5 tablespoons of lemon juice for the frosting. We're gonna need 2 cups of the heavy cream and only 3/4 of a cup of icing sugar or confectioner sugar, which I don't have. So I'm sending one of these boys to the store right now to get that for me. So you have all the ingredients that you're gonna need. And what we're gonna do first of all is cream right here, the butter and the sugar. This takes about 5 to 8 minutes. And when I come back, it's gonna be nice and creamy, and we're gonna be adding the eggs. So I have the hand mixer on medium speed, and I'm just gonna take my time to get the butter and the sugar worked in. Now take a look at what happened. Joe spilled my little bit of lemon juice that I squeezed. I only have 3 lemons to use, and he just comes on the scene again when he said he was gonna go sit, and he spilled my lemon juice. So I'm like, you better get it up off this counter. We have to use this lemon juice. So now it's time for me to go on ahead and add the eggs, and I don't have time to wait for Joe to be done with what he's doing over there. So I'm just going to go ahead and add the eggs in one at a time. Make sure that each is well incorporated before I add the other one. And look at Joe, he's still cleaning up. So I think I pretty much sucked him into helping me with this cake after all. You know, I'm really tricky that way, you know. So what he's going to do to help me out when he's done cleaning up the lemon juice, and I need 2.5 tablespoons of the lemon juice to put inside this cake. So what he's going to help me do is zest the lemon. I'm really not too good at zesting the lemon. I'm really lame at it. I think I have weak wrists or something. So I've added my vanilla, my imitation vanilla, and take a look at Joe. He is zesting away. He's really good at that. Look how much zest he's getting off of this one lemon though. And remember, we need a couple tablespoons of this. So it smells good, of course, because it's lemon. And yeah, just working in the eggs, the vanilla, and it's coming out really, really nice. Did you guys see that I cracked the whip on him to pick up my lemon juice that he spilled on the counter? That's why you always want to clean your counters off before you start cooking, because you might spill and you need that stuff. This is video number 13, episode number 13 in season 1. I want 13 episodes per seasons. I'm going to take a 2-week break from the Wednesday shows only, not the Monday shows. And please hear me, I am coming back. It's not finished, okay? I just need 2 weeks to record more stuff so that I'm not so against the wall when job comes in at the shop. My sister's going to show us some arts and craft, yada yada. It's okay, babe, because I can measure with this. Okay. So now we're going to start adding. Let Joshua show us. I'm going to have to clean this up right here. Let's add the zest, the 2 tablespoons of the zest, and it smells amazing, by the way. So what we're going to do is 1/3 of the flour and then half the milk. Oh. He waited. Let me show you guys. Look. He waited because he knows that water bugs me when he pours it, because you guys can hear it on camera, because I don't have a microphone to pin to my shirt anymore because my microphone went out. But that's on the agenda. I still have my Amazon wish list, you know. So anyways, we're going to do 1/3 of the flour, half of the milk, and half of the juice. You're going to see. You're going to see what I do. Let me clean this up first because I can't work in this mess. And then when we come back, we're going to be having some fun right here, okay? This episode is brought to you by Belaqua Water. If you live in Belize and you're near the Georgeville area, please stop by and pick up your bottle of Belaqua Water. You can also have the water delivered to your business or home. So we're just going to eyeball like 1/3 of the flour. Remember, it's 3 cups of the self-rising flour. That's why the cake doesn't call for any baking powder or baking soda, okay? I have the hand mixer on low to medium. And I just want to make sure this is well incorporated before I add anything else. Look at all the flour, how it's gathering. I think it's because it is self-rising, why it's acting this way. But you know what? I'm just going to press on. Let me go ahead and scrape this down with my spatula. And I want to make sure this is well incorporated before I add any of the wet ingredients. And the first wet ingredient that I'm going to add is going to be the milk. So let me grab my beautiful little canister here and just pour about half the milk in. And then I'm going to pour half of the lemon juice. And just get this well incorporated before I add any more of the dry. And we're going to go back and forth like this. So now let me go ahead and scrape my bowl down yet again. And then I'm going to work some more of the dry in, which is the flour. Remember, I didn't put any salt in this because I'm using salted butter, but you would put salt if you didn't use salted butter, okay? So for right now, this is just self-rising flour. And just let me get this worked in. Joshua's got us standing far away with the camera because he doesn't want it to get on the lens. I'm going to use all the rest of the milk and scrape down my bowl again. And now I'm going to add a little bit more flour. I'm doing it a little bit at a time now to see if it'll poof up. Well, see, it still does. In the future, I'll just use a deeper bowl. You know what? It's just a little bit of flour. We're going to be all right. So let me put the rest in. And look, this batter is looking really, really smooth and nice. I have to scrape down the bowl again, see? This is why you have to scrape down the bowl, because you want to make sure everything is well incorporated. And I already added the rest of the lemon juice, okay? All right, guys, so if you're doing it with kids, they're going to find that fun. The flour was more floaty and poofy because it was self-rising flour. If you don't want that to happen because you don't want a big mess like this, just go ahead and use a taller bowl. Show the mess, Josh. Just go ahead and use a taller bowl. Life doesn't have to be that, you know, rigid, right? This is a lot. You're going to get a lot of cupcakes because this recipe is really for cupcakes. And I did it before and I got, I think, like 2 dozen or over 2 dozen. I can't remember how much. But I want to turn this into a cake, see? We don't want to mess with it too much. See how foamy it is? I don't know if I'm just going to have enough for these 2 pans. But if I can get some extra, I'd like to do this 1 pan by itself and not put frosting on it because Joe's not a great fan of frosting. But for right now, this is ready for us to pour into the pan. So just let me get this area cleaned up. And then when I come back, we'll be putting it in the pans. All right, guys, so just kind of scoop it into each pan. And I want you guys to know that I'm going to start looking for some sponsors to this show because it's getting more and more expensive for me to do this show. I don't think I'm going to have enough for that pan. Oh well, we'll just make this, okay? And you get it all. I think this is going to be a very, very light cake. You get the rest. The oven is preheating to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. And I think for Celsius, that's like 180. Don't quote me on that though, because I'm in America. And I heard somebody say that in one of these Bollywood movies one time. America, not America. So don't quote me. Angie, Marie, you guys tell me if I'm right, okay? Is 350F the same as 180C? Okay, Josh, what do you think? You look level?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so wait till the oven hits the 350. It's at 180 right now. And I don't like to preheat the oven. I'm not one of those that preheat the oven and then start making the cake because it gets hot in here and I can't turn on the AC because no lapel mic. And so everybody's like boiling right now in Southern California on October the 12th, Columbus Day and Joe's birthday. And it's almost over though. We're gonna bake these till a toothpick inserted comes out clean. And then we're gonna deal with the frosting at that point, okay? Don't forget to check out my website where you can pick up a copy of any of the books and Joe's unique utensil art. All right guys, so see it's coming up to 350 and look at the time. We'll be eating this cake in no time at all. So it's time to put them in the oven, guys, and let me get the other one. And these cakes are kind of thick, so I'm gonna start off by setting the timer for 30 minutes. But we may need some more time for these, okay? Because they're not very thin cakes. Meanwhile, let's take a look at what the birthday boy, Joe, is doing. You guys see my little light setup here? I do everything bare bones. And look at Joe just chilling in the living room with his belly all hanging out. We just told him to put that stuff away because there's kids in the room. There's kids watching. So he's messing with us. So I'm just going to go chill, check back on the cake in 30 minutes. And here we are. This is 45 minutes later because after checking on it, after the first 30 minutes, the cake was still too white. The toothpick is clean. So let me go ahead and get them out. I'm going to allow them to cool here on the wire rack for about 10 minutes before I come back and release them from these springform pans, okay? So here we go, 10 minutes later, release them. It's still kind of warm. And I'm not going to take the bottom piece off yet, you know, the bottom piece of the pan. I'm going to let it sit here until the cakes get a little bit more cool because they're still too hot to touch. And then 10 minutes later, take the bottoms off. Look how beautiful these cakes are, guys. They're gorgeous. And remember I told you the last cake I made, I'm going to start slicing off, you know, the top that's, you know, too tall. I have this slicing thing, but honestly, I don't know how to use it so well. I know you're supposed to adjust these wires right here, these cutting wire thingies, and I can adjust them, but when I pass it over the top of the cake, it doesn't work. So I'm going to have to learn. So I'm just going to use a knife and just cut it off and eyeball it. And see, put this one top, on top, and it's more level. I'm breaking the crumbs up because I had the idea that I was gonna put the crumbs on the outside of the cake after we frost it, but I'll see when we get to that point, okay? So now let me go ahead and make the frosting. I put the bowl and the legs for the hand mixer in the freezer because I want this to be super cold. Now let me go on ahead and get my heavy whipping cream, and we need 2 cups of this. We love the packaging of the heavy whipping cream right now. The bottle looks really good with all that wrap around it. So now I'm going to put the hand mixer on low at first. When it gets foamy like this, I'm going to go ahead and add in 3/4 of a cup of icing sugar. And so this is not going to be very sweet, okay, because the 2 cups of heavy cream, 3/4 of a cup of icing sugar is not a whole lot. 1.5 tablespoons of real lemon juice. So I ended up using all 3 of the lemons, all right? And we just want to go ahead and continue beating this for a little while longer until everything is incorporated. At this point, we're going to bump it up to very, very high. And we're just going to go on ahead and just whip this to soft peaks, okay? Not stiff peaks. We don't want to overbeat this. So see, it's ready. And now it's time for us to go ahead and try to frost this cake. Now you guys know I kind of suck at frosting cakes, but I always do my best. I give it my best effort. You're getting me? Get my pretty plate to put the cake on. So in case you guys don't know, red and yellow makes you want to eat more. So this is why I'm putting my cake on a red plate, because I want it to be so appealing. So I spread some frosting in between and then a whole bunch on top, and then just work it along the sides. And you notice I have an offset spatula, right? I'm getting all fancy up here at the show. This was like $8 at Walmart, guys. So I finally sprung for it. So we're going to make some lemon sugar. I'm using yellow dye with regular sugar, and I'm just going to go on ahead and blend it up in my NutriBullet. And if you guys notice, this is the only blender I still have is a NutriBullet. I should like get an affiliate link or something and put this so when people buy this at Amazon, I can get some money, because I'm always promoting the NutriBullet. So let me go on ahead and sprinkle some of my lemon sugar on top of the cake, my little homemade lemon sugar. And then now I'm going to take this cake outside to do my thumbnail shot. We're outside we're at my little table right here where I do my thumbnails, and we're gonna cut. Oh, it's going in so smooth. It's not a dense cake at all. Alright guys, so it took, man, like all day. It only took 45 minutes to bake the cake, but it took a while to cool down because they were very thick. I thought they were going to be dense on the inside because, like I said, I only did this before as cupcakes. But this is so gorgeous. I think if we didn't use that heavy whipping cream frosting, we could leave this cake out on the counter and stuff, but you're gonna have to put this cake in the fridge. This is one of these fridge cakes, okay? So we're gonna taste, and because Joe is the birthday boy, I'm gonna let him taste first. And poor Jada, she's in pain with her little broken ankle. Yeah, she has a hairline fracture.
One piece.
They always act like they're so sexy when you're tasting the food, but none of them are.
So good.
When is it gonna be my turn?
It's your turn. You ain't got no turn.
I guess I'm not the birthday girl. It looks good. Do you like the frosting?
It's good.
Because he doesn't really like frosting on his cakes, and so I was like real leery to make the frosting, but it's so light and it's not sweet, right? Because it's only three quarters a cup
It's
of
not sweet.
icing sugar.
It's good.
Um,
And tiny, sweet, tiny, but it's pretty good.
it's kind of like lemon pie. I don't really like lemon stuff, but this is good. Mmm. You guys notice how I made a lemon sugar? I put some yellow dye, I put some regular sugar. Hey, this is the Bear Pantry Show. You make it work. Don't eat too much of that yet. You haven't eaten a meal yet. You gotta eat some protein. Slow down all that sugar, my man.
Cooking it dinner yet?
I didn't cook. I didn't cook any dinner because I was dealing with Jada and then this, but this is how it happens from time to time. Hey, you guys. If you're planning an event and you don't want to hire an event planner, check out this website, planyournextevent.com. I promise you, you're going to love it. It's going to help you in planning your party, your bar mitzvah, your wedding, your quinceañera, your funeral. We didn't want to go there, but that's an event too, right? So anyways, this is number 13, guys. And I just need 2 weeks and I'll be back. I'll be back, all right? So I want to thank you guys so much for watching the show. I want to ask you to go ahead and like my Facebook page. It's Bear Pantry Show. My Twitter is Bear Pantry Show. My Instagram is Bear Pantry Show. I do have a Vine that I haven't visited in a while, and a Snapchat that I've never used, but we'll get to those. I even have a Pinterest, Bear Pantry Show. So if you guys would just go like my Facebook page, that would be cool. Like this video if you like it. Comment, share it. What else? I think that's subscribe. I almost forgot subscribe.
The most important.
The most important thing is to subscribe. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you guys soon.
Take care.